Hello, it's Aubrey Shepherd. It's the 9th of July, 2012, and maybe we'll look at some photos that don't have human faces in them much, just the face of a few flowers and face of an insect or two maybe, and then some tree shots. And it's been a rough time this summer. We had some rain. I think we'll have more flowers, and by next week we'll have some things we haven't been having in view. That's the tree at the National Cemetery that lost a limb, lost two limbs. And the reason was the inspector came out and told folks operating there that they had been abusing that tree and asked them to put up a protective fence, which they did temporarily, but they took the limbs off instead of protecting them to start with. And you can see the logs lying there, and you will notice that they're still going to be parking as close as they can get with their machinery. That's Illinois bundle flower, and it's mostly a prairie plant. Some would call it the there's a fire destroyed a really historic house on Government Avenue right across from the National Cemetery, just down the street from where that big tree was lost. And that house actually has access, well, not access, but an entryway to underground water. And it's an interesting house with crawdads deep in that water. That's the ice frost flower, Verbicina virginica. And you see the stem, that's where the ice forms at the bottom of the stem, those little wings. Some of the times, some of those species are called wing stems. That's, of course, a passion flower. Those have persevered through the heat, and some of them have been blooming. And you'll even see maypops on the ground. That's the fruit of the passion vine. And, of course, we keep talking about fritillaries. Particularly Gulf fritillary and variegated fritillary are butterflies that use those plants. Okay, I don't know how many times I've shown this particular flower, and it's just a cone flower of the Rudbeckia family, but it looks very strange, and it's pretty close to seed now as opposed to flower. But it's equivalent to about 4 blooms that have grown together somehow. You can see this is the latest set of photos I made at the National Cemetery big tree, and this was on Monday, while the earlier ones there were from Friday or Saturday. And you can see that machine is parked on one of the protective silt fences. So what are we doing here? What do these guys get from having the city tell them they're supposed to protect a tree? Well, not much in this case. In fact, they're not protecting the watershed either by having all that dirt and debris spread around in the streets and so forth. You can see the National Cemetery at left, down the street, or to the west, and you can see how close the apartments are. Okay, that's a white spot checker or whatever butterfly. I guess I'm not sure if it's a skipper or not, but there's a skipper, and it's on a sunflower, wild ashy sunflower. That's a beetle that just showed up in abundance. There were lots of those the other day, and it came out right after the rain, and I don't know what type they are. And the reason I show you that little gray hair streak, we show those pretty often. But that one was on that clover where somebody was about to mow at the Hill place. And the clovers just sort of come up since the last mowing. And here come those guys to take it down. And lots of little butterflies and bees and things using that clover. I wish they'd leave it alone. Till next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd asking you to do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure, woods green, and protect the wildflowers, even if they're like clover, and not even, in that case, that clover is not native, but it's good for the bees and butterflies.